Hi guys, welcome back to Elliot's Tools and Projects. Today we've got a Milwaukee Tool Haul. This haul was a birthday present to myself. Birthday was a couple of months ago, but I've been really busy at work, so I've only just got round to filming this video. So starting at the top, we've got the 24-ounce ball peen hammer. I picked up a 3.0 high output battery to try on my grinder, as I'm trying to pick up some more batteries. So I've got a battery per tool and a couple of spares for future tools. So I thought I'd give one of those a go for the grinder. The main thing we picked up was the 3/8 high-speed ratchet. Been after a ratchet for a good while now. Finally settled on that one thanks to some of my followers on Instagram for their help and advice, so we went with that one. And then I got this lot from UK Planet Tools here in the UK, and they are a great bunch of guys over there, so they sent me this really cool pocket level and a couple of the great permanent markers. So we'll start off with the hammer. So it's a really nice, sturdy, heavy, like I say, 24-ounce ball peen. Now, I had a cheaper ball peen hammer, so I've moved that into another toolbox, and I've picked this one up for my main box. I believe they do this in 16-ounce and 24. I'm not sure if they're doing any bigger ones. So I'm impressed with this one so far. So I will definitely be picking up the 16 to go along with it. What I quite like about this is, rather than it being a traditionally tubular shaft, it's a thin, flat bar sort of design. So, which is a bit different, which has got a nice finish on it as well. So you've got Milwaukee on there and on the handle, and then we flip it around the other way. That's your part number, 48-22-9131. So, like I say, a nice sturdy hammer. The handles are very similar to shaft, nice and thin. So rather than it's not chunky or anything like that, you can get a good grip on it. So yeah, can't go wrong with a nice sturdy solid hammer. So next up, like I briefly mentioned, I picked up this 3.0 high output to go on my grinder, because I'd seen a few people using them, and I thought, I don't use my grinder all the time, so I thought for the price I will pick one of these up and give it a go. So I'm just going to quickly grab my grinder so I can show you. So this is the fuel. It's not the latest version, but it's the 115mm fuel grinder. So it's not a heavy tool really. So obviously sometimes when you put batteries on your Milwaukee tools, they can feel a bit heavy, if weighted. So I thought I'll give this a spin on the grinder, and I'll be honest, I have used it a couple of times, and it is great. You still get the power from the high output. It'll last me, and obviously it's not as weighty as, like I say, a 5.0 on there. So I will definitely be picking another 3.0 high output up for my M18 Impact driver. Yeah, if you're interested, good batteries. If you just need something light, if you're using the tool a lot, get a couple if you need the runtime, or if you don't need the runtime, brilliant, they'll last a decent chunk of time. So that's that. And then the main tool that we picked up, like I said, was the Fuel 3/8 high-speed brushless ratchet, and your part number on that is M12FHIR38. So, like I said, I've been after a ratchet for a while. I have got the right-angled impact, but they call that a wrench because it's got the bulky head on it, and it can do the torque. Whereas this is your quick, high-speed. If you're tearing something down or whatever, way quicker than using a traditional hand ratchet, or even you can get into tighter spots with this versus the, let me grab the, you know, your 3/8 stubby. Sometimes you can't get into somewhere with that, so the ratchet just, you know, can get in there. Like I say, this is the high speed version, so, you know, very quick, and we'll get the fasteners undone nice and quick. You've got your little twist knob for your directions at the top there. I have seen plenty of people using the, is it ratchet knobs, I think, that you can put on top there, because obviously that is a bit fiddly. So I know some reviews that I watched, some people did say their only sort of complaint was maybe that being a bit too fiddly. I'm sure in the future Milwaukee will address this paddle, because I know some people, you know, dislike this paddle because think it's a bit awkward, and, you know, obviously your snap-on stuff, for example, has got that rocker switch and what have you, so I could have waited, but I thought I'll pick this up for now, and later down the line, if they do an updated version, then we might get that at some point, but this will definitely do the job for now. Done a couple of jobs helping out on a couple of big jobs recently, and a lad had one of these, so I thought I'll get one and see what it's like, and it'll be great for any future jobs. I don't know the specs off the top of my head, so I will quickly grab the box and see if it's on there. So yes, so we've got 47 Newton meters at 450 RPM. So the width is 19 mil from, obviously, that's your head sort of width, so you're getting nice tight spots with that. It only weighs 800 grams, which is, you know, nice and light. Be a bit more with a battery on that spare tool, but and it's 272 mil in length, so it's, like I said, nice, small, compact tool. So yeah, there you go. If you've got any more questions, I will do my best to answer them down in the comments. So that's your M12 ratchet. This is a, like I say, the guys over at UK sent me this cool little pocket level. I would open it, but this packaging is a nightmare to open, so I will do that off camera and I will show you it in another video. So you've got this cool little dial section in the middle where you've got your, obviously, your bubble. You've got there, as it says there, 360 degrees, so, you know, you can, got your firm strong magnet on the bottom, so, you know, you stick it magnet onto something, and you've got all your info on this little ring round here. There's your part number on that. So cool little thing thrown in, thanks to the guys. And then, like I say, last but not least, couple of this one's been used, as you can see, Inkzall fine point pens for anyone interested. There's your part number on them. Great permanent marker, these, can't go wrong. I must have about 10 of these. Always pick one up whenever I see one on a counter. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's the Milwaukee Tool Haul. If you've got any questions, let me know down in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.